All right, to add sound to your game, the first thing I'm going to warn you about is you need to be very careful when adding sound because sound has been a major issue in the past with not working correctly and students unable to publish their games. What will end up happening is you'll go to publish, and when you try to publish, you'll get a message saying that you have corrupt files, so the game can't publish. And that's usually right at the end when we're ready to move on. So what ends up happening is students at the last second just have to delete all their sound files, which makes their game not, as interesting because or as professional with it. So please pay attention to add sounds to your game correctly. It's very similar to adding images, which you probably already watched that tutorial and added some things to your game. But even though it's an easy process, we have to do it correctly. So first of all, I'm not going over like how to get music from YouTube or anything like that. Like you guys will have to figure that out on your own. I've had students record a YouTube video, the audio like on their phone, and then like upload that. Like you guys can figure that out. You're creative. You'll be fine. But this folder, this GameSalad folder, which by the way, over the years I rearranged the folders and everything, so it may not be called exactly this, but I'll always have it linked somewhere in Google Classroom for you. So within these folders, there's lots of sounds, but there is a folder that at the moment is called Audio Assets, and it has, I don't know how many files, but it's got a lot. And if you scroll, it'll just keep sort of loading. So at first it might look like there's not many in there, but you'll see the screen keeps loading and loading and loading. So if you look here, you're going to notice that there's basically two different icons. There's this red square with kind of what look like headphones inside of it. And then there's the one with the microphone here. So the difference is the red square, these are more like sound effects, like dings and bells and that sort of stuff. Very quick sort of sound effects that you would use to make your game better. The other ones, the ones that have the microphone, these are like actual like longer clips. Sometimes it's music, sometimes it's not music, but it's a different type of sound file. So the first thing you need to determine is what are you doing with the sound. If it's a sound effect, so like when two characters come together and you want to make some sort of crashing sound or a ding sound when you collect something good, those files are going to be OGG files. And you can see right here in this jackpotwin_1.ogg. So if it's going to be a sound effect, do an OGG file. If you're bringing in a longer file that's going to be background music that's playing while your game is going on, something like that, those need to be M4A files. And you might say, well, perfect, these already are. But the problem is these are not actually M4A files, unfortunately. They don't play natively in GameSalad. So regardless of what you're doing, you should use a converter to make sure that it's the correct file type. So I'll have a link to this file converter. It's a free piece of software that students have used in the past. It works at school, works at home, wherever it is. So what you're going to do is you're going to download. So I'll just download both of these right now. So you obviously will, most of you be downloading your Chromebooks. So that's going to go, in your download folder. So lawnmower startup fail. I'm going to click save on that. And I'll download this level theme one too. Okay, and click save there. So to be safe, you should probably use this converter for everything. But let's just go ahead and go into GameSalad and talk about how we would add these sounds here. So the sounds are going to be actors. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new actor, and then I'm going to name it. And I'll call this one play sound effect, or just play effect. And then I'll add another actor just to show you the difference, and I'll call this one play music. Again, I don't know if the file I download is actually music or not. I guess we're going to find out. All right, so I'll start with the play effect one. We'll just see if this works correctly. So I'm going to go into behaviors, and in the red grouping, I'm going to look for play sound. So this would be for sound effects. I need to add those sounds now, so I'm going to click on sounds, and I'm going to go to the plus sign, and I'm going to add this lawnmower startup fail. And now I'm going to go ahead and choose that in the play sound. And then this would probably be in a rule, like if, actually let's just go ahead and put it in a rule. So if overlaps or collides with actor of type, and I'll just do the monster. we're going to play this. So now I'll just go to the scene. Now I haven't put any graphics on this or anything like that, so that's fine. And then I'm going to bring this actor out. So play effect, I'll just put it right here. And let's see what happens when the monster runs into it in the preview. So there you go, the lawnmower starts up right there. So the OGG files seem to play fine. So the ones that you download from that folder. But let's go ahead and look at the music one right now. So I'm going to go to the play music. Actually, let's just go ahead and upload that. So I'm going to upload that level theme. And then in this actor, the play music actor, I'm going to do play music now instead of sound. Apparently, the sound, if it's a longer one, the play sound can sometimes break. So you should use play music. And then you have to type it in. For whatever reason, it always says resume current music, but it won't let you select the music. So you have to look at exactly what the name of the file is. So this is leveltheme.m4a. I'll click loop, so this way it would start over. Now, same thing here. I'm just gonna put this on the home screen. And I'm just going to leave it a white square for now. Obviously, we would want to make it invisible if this was a real game. Now, when I preview, though, let's see what happens here. So here's the play music button, and notice there's no music playing. Nothing is happening. That's because even though the files that are in that folder say they're M4A files, they're actually not. They're actually MP3 files, so we have to convert them. So I'm going to go ahead into the converter now. I'm going to choose the file, level theme. I'm going to click open, and then under output, under audio, you're going to notice you have M4A and OGG. So if you bring in a sound effect and it's not working, even if it says it's an OGG file, go ahead and convert it to an OGG. But I'm going to convert this one to M4A and click convert. This usually just takes a couple seconds. It says done, so I'm going to download it. I'll download it to my desktop. Now what I don't like is it's giving me parentheses with 1 here. And again, one of the other issues with GameSalad has been naming of the files. So just make sure the name here is just descriptive. Don't try to put in the file type or anything. Just leave it here. Let the computer take care of everything there. All right, so now let me go back into GameSalad. Go into sounds. I'm going to get rid of this level theme.m4a since I know it's not working. Now my game's going to throw an error here in just a second, but that's okay. I'll go ahead and add now. So I called it level theme 2. I don't know that the parentheses that were in there would break it, but I don't want to take any chances. All right, so let me go back to that actor, the play music actor. So I'm getting an error because the file I'm saying it should play is no longer part of the game. So let me click on sound so I can be sure that I type this in exactly. I'm pretty sure even capital letters matter. So it's got to be exact level theme 2. Okay, the error should go away now. I still have the actor on the home screen, right? There it is right there. All right, let's go ahead and see what happens. There you go. So now the music is playing, but I would obviously, in this case, make that actor, the play music actor, I would make it, turn the alpha channel to 0. So this way we can't see it. But now the music will play. And then you just need to, if I go to level 1, the music is going to, oh, it's going to keep playing. That's great. So you don't have to put the actor on every scene. I did click loop the sound. Now you may want to, that's kind of loud actually. You may want to, maybe you don't want to loop it. You may want to end up putting some code in that will stop the music from playing. Do we have one of those? Let's see. Stop music. There we go. So you might, when you get to the end scene, you might have an actor that stops the music at that point. So here's the stop music code right there. Stop the music if it's playing. There you go. All right. So again, if something's not working right, please use the converter to make sure that the files are the right type and they are named correctly. All right. Let's see what you can come up with.